PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke and Rich, looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Well, it's certainly a great opportunity for this player to bounce back in this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement that these two generate. Going with the 5-iron here. Getting ready to play their third. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Looking really good. That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. And the second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantee that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to the action. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, I think that one was going in. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. What's in front of them, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Go in. That one had eyes for it the whole way. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And that finds him in a share of second. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
And this putt is to move into a share for the lead. Oh, get in. And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
This is from miles away. That was a gallant attempt. Big putt for par coming up. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Just one off the lead after that hole. The sixth hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure.
I think he's got playing partner Colin Morikawa looking a little nervous after that shot.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Nice stroke. And that's their fourth birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. He's currently tied for first.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
And here we are with the third shot. He shares the lead. He has this putt to save his par. That's a fighting effort. Hit it in strife, but managed to make a good score regardless.
Yeah, in the bunker, off the tee, great recovery.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Going with a 3-wood here. Look like this one's heading to the beach. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And this from the greenside rough. That's a touch of class.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back nine, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Yeah, that's a great play, Rich. Not quite on the dance floor, but a mighty drive.
Nearly finding the dance floor there, Luke, off the tee. Great stuff.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Yeah, nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And now we have this player currently sharing top spot on the leaderboard with the legendary Tiger Woods.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Not bad. 1 win is good, but 2 wins would be great. Nicely done. Getting ready to play their third. Currently tied for the lead. 7-footer right here.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That's tracking. Well played. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods. No, that's not the shot they wanted. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Let's get back to it, shall we? He'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
Ooh, almost went in. And this putt coming up for his par. Oh, that's a nice line. Putting for a bogey. And after that hole, the standings have this player in second place behind Tiger Woods. That's tidy. Second shot here on the 13th hole. Going with the 8-iron here.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
And he's safely on the green.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
This has eyes for the hole. A bit low on that one. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. It looks like he
Oh,
pushed that
fuck
one.
off.
Bogey putt coming up here. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3, made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Surely it's going to.
And in it goes for the par. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. This 15th hole, very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
It's a little wayward.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh, well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And now at 3 under, with those finishing holes remaining, could take it deep here.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's see what they can produce.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Oh, fuck off.
That one's headed right and staying right.
Rich, this lie's not too tough in the bunker here, but the occasion is.
Yes, the moment. It always gets to you, doesn't it? It's a difficult thing sometimes to handle, the moment.
Great opportunity here for him to drop this putt and get closer to the lead.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this for par.
It's just about 3 feet away. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 70, the long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Taking aim from about 170 yards. 3 strokes off the lead.
Aisle 1, sunscreen. That's exactly what they're going to need. Headed to the sand.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in 5th place.
Let's return to live play now. And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. And a par putt awaits him. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th, Rich. Really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. And this putt for a final score of 68.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And that'll do it. That's all she wrote, folks. And Henny, no win for this player in the tournament proper, but they did set the goal of taking down Colin Morikawa, and they accomplished it.
Luke, it was an incredibly bold call from this player to challenge Colin Morikawa and beat him. They'll be buzzing with excitement and that much more determined to excel in their next event for sure.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hub, Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Thank you. What a lovely introduction, and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
It may not seem like it, but I think he'll be happy with that from that lie.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
This is on a great line.
Ouch, that's not the way they intended to start their day, Rich.
Nope, it looked like you were out there. Lucky to get away with a double bogey.
And they'll have to compose themselves now with this tee shot after a double bogey at the last. This one's headed right, Rich. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Oh, she's taken the lead in this rivalry, but can she hold on to it?
Okay, time to return to the action. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. And here we are with the third shot. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Great touch.
And with that effort, now 3 over for the day.
3
Here
over.
we are at the third.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Come on, you're better than that.
Fuck you.
getting ready to play their third. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Judging it beautifully.
A par putt on the table. Currently at +3 for the event. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. Good looking shot this.
Well, Luke, you're right. He did find grass, but it's not the closely mown grass.
Opting for the 5-iron. Wow, what happened there?
Greens and regulation have not been in order today. They need to improve on this.
Ooh, that almost went down. Okay, so that finishes that hole. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Now 5 strokes behind. The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, what were your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You've got a really challenging up and down.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Now this is important. This for par.
Just didn't drop.
You fucking hole.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And now at +4 for the round. Here we have a par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe? Time for the second shot here at the 6th. That's a good-looking shot there. Playing from around 210 yards here. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Yeah, that one will play. And this putt to move into the top 20.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
And down it goes. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Hang on, Henny. Is that a bit loose?
This one might end up in the pine straw.
Let's see what happens here from the pine straw. They say trees are 90% air, but so are fly screens. Try hitting a ball through one of those. Setting up in some very deep rough. Playing their 4th shot. 5 shots off the lead. Didn't that look good for a long time? And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup.
Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Sitting at 3 over. A chance to move into the top 10. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one. opting for the hybrid, I think. And should find the surface. Always frustrated by missing a green.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. That's a good putt to make, that one. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. We have a par 5 at this one. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Second shot here on the 9th. Could roll into the rough on this one. Right into the water on that one. Time now for the 4th shot. That was a little loose. Don't expect a good lie here. That's going to find the water, sadly. Here's their 6th shot. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's looking good. She's currently one ahead of her rival today.
8 feet to the cup.
Putt is underway.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Always love a new beginning. Here we are at the opening hole of the back 9, the 10th. That's an awful error. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
They've got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. Oh, up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
You see, you fucking idiots.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Time to tee off on the 11th.
Luke, this player coming off a birdie on the last hole, getting some momentum going their direction.
Going with the 5-wood.
This one looks to be in a pretty good line.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was laser-like. Took a great deal of accuracy there. An opportunity for a birdie here.
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Brooke Henderson. This rivalry could get interesting here.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
It's been a little up and down, but she's just 1 stroke back from her rival.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emerald Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up-and-down birdie.
Direction. Young with the 5-wood. This one looks to be a pretty good line. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
found themselves in the first cut.
Fuck off.
And here we are with the third shot. Spot the top 10 on the line here if they can hold this. Looking good. And that will drop in for a birdie. Oh, we'll take that and a spot the top 10 to boot. He finds himself in a share of 10th place. We have a par 4 on this one. Attaboy, good shot. Second shot here on the 13th. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. A fair bit on the line here to spot the top 5. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. He's in a share of 5th position. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that.
Pretty good shot there.
Time for the second shot at the 14th. Opting for the 5-wood.
They've decided to club up.
Is that what they had in mind?
Greens and regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
All right.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
This for par.
Good putt that. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4. Beautiful swing there. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And back to the play, shall we? And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 180 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. Getting ready to play their third. 4 shots behind our leader. Putting for a par now. A couple over now, heading towards the stretch. A good chance to fight back. He finds himself currently tied for 5th. This hole is a par 3. Choosing the 9-iron here. This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. This putt to move into a share of 2nd place.
Yes, Luke, and only 2 holes to go in this event.
That's inside the range. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Every Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, massive bunker down the left-hand side, so players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
And this is a mighty performance. Look at the player creeping up the leaderboard at just the right time.
We expected to see someone come out of the pack to contend for this title. This player is doing just that.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, here we are, the 18th hole. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Taking aim from around 240 yards out here. He's 2 shots back. Opting for the 3-wood. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Well, that's one of their goals complete, Rich. They've managed to find the putting surface. A big moment awaits.
It certainly does. They need this putt to force the playoff.
That's frustrating.
Disappointing to not make that one, Luke, but let's face it, from a long way away and an outside chance at best.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. Well, sad to see this comeback just come up a little bit short of success, but it was awesome to see them make a move.
Luke, always fun to watch a player get hot in the final round. Unfortunately, didn't continue all the way through, not getting the victory, but still lots of positives on the day.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Quack. Hello, Henny.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Yeah, we've got an exciting match coming your way, so stick around and let's see who wins it.
Luke, I think the player just went into traction with that swing.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Okay, phase one complete. You've got to make a good putt here. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
It's looking solid.
So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed, very solid hole play.
The second hole is a long par 3 on typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave it very difficult up and down.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Let's see if we can make this. Keep the par on the card.
Yep, tracking well.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or put it in the water.
That's some good golf right there. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Ouch, that hurts. A par putt awaits. Well hold. Let's move on. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
So no movement there. Player remains at even par. The first of the par 5s reached the 4th hole.
Yes, look, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
This sand shot awaits. Momentum putts come in many shapes and sizes. This one's a 13-footer. This one's online. A well hold will take the birdie.
Unreal display this week with that one.
The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Rich. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Looking for the draw, but not finding it.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
This one's tracking.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
This player is putting for fun.
Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Sitting at -1 in second place. Well, that was a bit of a wild swing. Probably be a similar result, so splash. And here we are with their 4th. Just one shot back now. That's not the one he wanted. Time for the 5th shot. And just one shot off the lead. Shot coming up. One stroke off the lead. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here. Rolling end to end is looking nice.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently at +1 for the day. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Needs this to kick a bit left. A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. This one has eyes for the hole. Oh, what a super shot. And different now, back to level par. The par 4 8 Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one left club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Going with the 7.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 1 under. He's currently just in 2nd place. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Lining up now, this shot from the fairway bunker. Oh, caught up in some branches. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot. This is what they have left for par here. I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
This is an exciting position, isn't it, Rich? Tied for the lead as we enter the back 9.
Yeah, they're playing well right now. They're inside the top 10, and they're looking to continue that move up the leaderboard.
From wind.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 1st place. And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's currently tied for the lead. Oh, well done. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Oh, that's a good way to end what was a challenging hole.
Absolutely. In the bunker, off the tee, getting that one, that is a Brucey bonus.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Leading by a shot after that hole. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Opting for the 9-iron. This would be a great up and down. That's incredible.
Fuck's sake.
He's dialed in. And he needs this to save par. There it is. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And the 12-hole Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You've got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? One win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Penny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
This is their 5th shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. And that's well played. Safely onto the putting surface. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
So far, so good.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Let's get back to it, shall we? From about 100 yards.
Going for less club here.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Oh, you know you want to.
Was on a good line. Just 3 feet to the cup. And after that hole is now alone at the top of the leaderboard. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Going with the 5-wood. This one looks to be a pretty good line.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. That's disappointing.
Another missed green in regulation. They got to do better.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Oh, I don't mind this part.
Looking good.
Oh, and gets the putt to drop. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
And that is a nice up and down out of the greenside bunker for the par.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Henny, what's the player facing here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
That one's heading out to the right. Well, a little off the target with that one.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one. It's tracking. Solid par putt, that.
One ahead with 4 to go. Can they settle their nerves?
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's club and lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring. And it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Come on, sit. Well, that's a pretty good play there, Rich. Right up near the surface.
It's an aggressive play. Luke, like to see it on this par 5.
Playing their 4th shot. He leads the field by a stroke. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Co's up to?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Let's take a look at the current standings. After that hole, this player is currently in 1st place, with Colin Morikawa in 2nd.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Going with the hybrid. Just needs this one to kick right. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Oh, so close. Par putt coming up here. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his 2nd shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. And with this putt, he will win the event. Tracking. And there's your Arnold Palmer Invitational champion. A stellar performance on a very strong golf course.
And that was a performance that the King would have loved to have seen there. What a great win by this player.
Well, when it comes to performances that they'll remember, that certainly has to be one of them. What a brilliant play today.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HP Studios, it's good night for now. Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elby alongside Major Champion Rich Berg in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henry Coyne, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
So that's the final word from Beamer. Let's see how this one goes. Eddie, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Oh, some smiles here, a bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This one heading to the bunker.
Well, there's the line, the green side bunker. Can they get this one up and down? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones.
That's a rock solid par right there.
He's in a share of third place. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to give yourself a good look at reaching this green in 2.
That's a big old slice. And the pine needles can always be a 50-50 lie. Going with the 5-wood.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Getting ready to play their third. Time now for the 4th shot. That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
We'll now move over to John Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
This one's looking good. And that's a masterstroke. It not only improves their position in the field, they're now ahead of their rival. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Par 4, 384 yards from the back. A long snake-like bunker down the right-hand side to a cool little green with all sorts of movement on it. A very fun hole to play indeed.
Quality shot, that one. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
This one looking really good.
Oh, that's a sensational putt to make. And what about the glimpse they just gave their rival? Come and catch me now. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Going with the 7.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Let's return to live play now. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. Get in. That's disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Leading by a couple after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4 6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
It's just about 3 feet away. Nice line. And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second. Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. This one from about 160 yards out.
They need to flight this one down into the wind.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
This one is heading towards the nasty stuff.
That's not the outcome they were after.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. And he needs this to save par. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Oh, just missed. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. That gets the job done. And we've got Justin Thomas coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 2 off the lead. The front 9 at TPC Sawgrass finishes with a par 5, but not easy to get there in 2.
It is not a big tee shot down the left center is required. Anything out to the right could catch that bunker and even fall into the water over there on the right. If you decide to go for it, you have to hit a fairway metal long iron high over some trees on the left-hand side to a very narrow green. The layup shot out to the right will make that third shot so much easier into this tiny green. Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. Well, that's certainly worth another look.
I thought bunkers were meant to be hazards, but not the way they play out of it.
Let's go to John Rahm.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Yeah, Wynn took that one offline in a hurry.
Opportunity to make their par. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
And back to the course with the live action. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Come on, don't be shy.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 8 under. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one. But watch out if you hit the wrong spot on the green. It'll be difficult to 2-putt from there.
A birdie putt awaits.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. From around 170 yards here.
Went straight down.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This one could take a little bounce to the left. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Okay, let's get back to the action. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. Leading by a potentially insurmountable 11 strokes after that one. Not sure why I said potentially. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Here's Jon Rahm. Okay, time to return to the action. What's in front of them, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, I like the look of this. And you hold it. What a monster.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
And a quick glimpse of the leaderboard, and they're currently first, with Justin Thomas second.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. To win the Players' Championship, you've got to run the gauntlet, Rich. Here we are with that big testing second shot at 16.
The water down the right-hand side is very obvious. What's not obvious are the grass bunkers on the left-hand side. You hit it in those, no guarantee of getting up and down. If you take on the green and find it, then you're almost guaranteed a birdie 4.
Still in the lead now after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
That's nicely done. Trying to move to 13 deep here with this putt. Go to your home ball. Go to your home. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And now that finds him in first place. When you feel like you've survived the 17th, you stand on the 18th tee and you think to yourself, where do I hit this?
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Looking really good. Well, this has got an amazing ring to it. The Players' Champion.
It is a title that any player would kill to have. And I have to say, this has been a killer afternoon. The amazing golf, the players firing it on all cylinders, going for everything they possibly could. I gotta say, what a finish, what a champion. This will go down in history as one of the best Players' Championships ever.
And Rich, mark that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's always impressive when you see a player outshine their fellow competitors, because all of these players are really good, but this player made everybody in the field look very, very average.